Here at the Sportatorium, I must admit I was genuinely frightened as P.Y. Chu-Hi was ordered to, oh, what's the word you would use, restrain me from any more complaints about Yamamoto. I was particularly upset with the way Akbar and Yamamoto had behaved on that particular wrestling card. But boy, I quickly remembered how heavy and how forceful a 301-pound man is.
It truly is, Mark. You know, you realize your mortality. You say restrain. I think intimidate was a better word for what they intended to do. They've intimidated you. They've intimidated a lot of people. I mean, look at this. That's intimidation. That's intimidation. The same guy that tore the tendon off the bone and put me into this monstrosity. Yeah, that's intimidation. That's the kind of intimidation they're trying to use on Eric Embry. Fans, have they seen it? Do they know what we're talking about?
They're not. They have not yet.
Then why don't we show it to them, and then let's come back and talk about it.
All right, we'll take a look at this. Now, keep in mind, every match we've had, 4 of them prior to this, had been ruined. Every interview had been ruined by Akbar and Yamamoto, so here we go.
I want you to respect me.
Respect for what?
Respect the honorable imperial wrestler.
Respect for what?
And all you people, you must respect me very, very highly.
I have no respect, and neither does anybody else in here.
I'll tell you what, you always try to ignore me, try to degrade the Japanese and everything. The Japanese are the greatest people, and I don't tell liar. Japanese imperial wrestler never tell lie. And you mean to try to tell me that I lie?
You're a liar, Yamamoto.
I don't lie, you understand?
I called you a liar, and you keep your fingers off of me.
I don't lie. I don't lie. You respect me.
I have no respect. Respect for what?
Tell you what. When I say something, you better watch out.
We're going to commercial break. We've had enough of this. We'll be back.
Hold on. Now, go ahead. You tell me. You respect me. You respect me. You don't respect. You respect me. I tell P.Y. one word, one command. He will kill you. You understand? You understand me? You better respect me. You better respect me. Eric, kick again.
I'm not sure I wanted to see that again, Frank. It looks worse then than it did when it happened, and I was frightened enough then.
Mark, I apologize to you. Obviously, I've been trying to stay out of their way. I've not forgotten what happened, but as Sir John Falstaff said, discretion's a better part of valor, and I've tried to stay out of the way because I don't want to get hurt again. But that's just another example. They intimidated Percy Pringle. They've tried to intimidate Matt Bourne. They've tried to intimidate Jeff Jarrett. They're definitely trying right now to intimidate flamboyant Eric Embry. They've tried to intimidate you. They've tried to intimidate me. What's your problem? What's your problem? You're not invited down here.
Sorry to interrupt. On behalf of the governors of world-class championship wrestling, you have been terminated.
What?
And in layman's language, you're fired. Here's your severance pay. Hit the road, Dusek.
Wait a minute. What authorization?
That's exactly right.
You can't fire me. You can't fire me.
You have been terminated, I told you, from the Board of Governors of World Class, so hit the road.
The board sent you down here?
You can't fire me. I quit.
Wait a minute. What have you done?
You could be next, Lawrence. You could be next. As a matter of fact, you will be next.
I'm stunned that, well, I guess I'm not stunned. I ought to know by now, as the board is so heavily controlled by Yamamoto and Akbar and the people, that this is not surprising, but I'm still stunned and really freaked out, if you please, that they would have the audacity to send Akbar down here to humiliate Frank by doing that. Frank foiled the humiliation. He's not going to be terminated. He just quit. Hopefully, this will be short-lived. We'll have to see. But talk about people being upset. Talk about what happened to me a moment ago. Let's hear these comments from Eric Embry. These were recorded earlier. Eric is going to be most upset as he prepares for this match. So upset, and yet he didn't even know what happened just seconds ago. He'll really be wound up when he finds out about this.
Hey, Yamamoto and P.Y., look at the face, man. Look at it. And look right here. You know, maybe you guys, maybe you don't know who I am, man. But go ask Akbar just how nasty and low down I can be. Go ask Sean Simpson how nasty I can be. Ask Kerry Von Erich, Chris Adams, ask them all, man, because I can get as low as anybody. And P.Y. Chu-Hi, the knee will be there. It's there right now because I don't care what I do, man. You know, Mark, one of the most favorite things that I've ever did in my life was in South Africa, man, when I pile drive Pete Van der Graelen from the apron to the concrete floor, and he's still in the wheelchair. Do you understand, Yamamoto? I'm the way I used to be, with one exception. I got a damn big family behind me, and I'm not gonna let them down.